Unit number 6, contracting. We have discussed the estimation and costing, right? So as far as the estimation and costing is concerned, we know that why we are doing estimation and why we are doing the costing. So purpose of electrical estimation and costing. The purpose of estimation, especially we are having the different aspects in which you are having the valuation, costing, invite tender, sanctioning the project, finding out the requirement of material and quantity, finding out the cost, finding out the labor or labor cost, finding out the time required for the execution of the project, finding out the equipments and tools needed for the plant. So all these are the purposes, especially regarding the estimation. Okay. So until and unless I don't know, until and unless I don't have an idea of what material is required, first I must know particularly about the project that to be carried out. So for understanding the project, understanding the material requirement of the project, understanding the quantity of the material required for the execution of the project, you need material estimation. Then you need the what are the different equipments and tools particularly required for the plant execution or for the plant. Then we must know about the cost of the material as on today. Until and unless I don't know the cost of the material, I may not go for the valuation of the project. Okay. So by considering all parameters like material, their requirements, their quantity and their cost, then time required for the execution, labor required for the execution, cost of the labor, cost of the equipments, regarding maybe higher basis or maybe a regular basis you have to purchase. So cost of the equipments of the plants. So all these, by considering this, you will find out the valuation of the project. And once you have the valuation of the project, you can put tender, or you may go for tendering for the project particularly. So you know what is the valuation of the project and you go for tendering. So by going for tendering, so inviting tender, it should not be a blind process. It should not be a blind process. Inviting tender, it must be a studied process. So study in the sense all, particularly regarding the material, regarding the cost, regarding the labor charges, regarding the time required for the execution of the project, regarding the equipment, tools and plants required for execution of the project. So all these parameters comes in valuation. Once you know the valuation, then being authority, you can invite tender. Okay. Or before inviting the tender, that is actually the process of start of execution of the work, you have to put your proposal to the higher authorities. If you are working with government organization, then you have to put this proposal to your department, concerned government department. Then you have to sanction that project, and if you don't have this entire study, then it may not be get sanctioned. Once the project is get sanctioned, that is called as administrative approval. So if you have administrative approval, then and then only you will be asked to invite the tender and go further. Then you will invite tender for particular project or particular work. So purpose of electrical estimation and costing, is it clear to you? And what is estimation? Actually, estimation is a scientific way of working out the approximate cost of engineering project before execution of the work. Okay. So the estimation is before execution of the work, just we have discussed. So it is a scientific way of working out regarding the approximation of the cost of engineering project. Approximation, it is again having limit. Approximation, it doesn't mean the approximately you should say something roughly. Okay, you have to think of all aspects what last time we have in previous slide we have discussed. So by doing all these engineering exercise, then you can go for approximate cost of the material or approximate cost of the project, and that is called as estimation. And the actual execution of project or cost of actual execution of project and approximate cost of project, it is expected that should not exceed, in big projects it should not exceed more than 10% of the estimated cost. If you have the actual cost of the project is more than 10% of the estimation or estimated cost, then it has been said that you have wrongly estimated the project, and many times your project may fail, or you may found in trouble during the execution of the project. You will not have the financial provision for that, because once you have estimated and you have asked for the money for the particular execution of the project, then the amount that sanctioned in particular what we can say finance budget, that is a final. So once you have this the amount particularly sanctioned is always less than that of the estimated cost, and if your actual cost is more than that of the estimated cost, then sometimes it found very difficult to execute your project, and you may have your project may not be get completed, or it may be partially get completed. And you can see that in many government organizations or in systems, many projects are partially completed, not fully completed, because of these reasons. So what you have to do the estimation more exact to the actual cost. That is very important. So before execution of the project, estimation is having very much important. Okay. It is totally different from the calculation of the exact cost after completion of the project. That's what I told you. The estimation requires through a knowledge of construction procedure and cost of material and labor, in addition to the skill, experience, foresight and good judgment. So that is very important things. Number one, that is you must have the judgment. Estimation that requires through thorough knowledge. Thorough knowledge means what you have total exactly, you must have the ideas, and the ideas comes only because of your good experience and your good judgment and your good foresight. So you must have all ideas, you must have good skill, you must have good experience, you must know about the latest market regarding the material labor. You should have good contact in the market for purchasing the material, because of initially you don't have money to purchase the material. You have to take all these on credit basis, and then you have to settle down. So many times it happens. So you must have good skill, you must have good skill of handling the labors, good skill of leadership, you must have a good skill of technical related work, you must have good experience, you must have foresight. And for getting this, so no one will get immediately experienced, no one will get immediately skillful, no one will be immediately after pass out the diploma having good foresight, no one will have immediately get the good judgment after just getting the degree or diploma. That is very true, keep in mind. But you have to work, if you do work carefully, if you listen the particular topic carefully, if you learn the particular topic carefully, if you have gone through the various side by getting the experience, so immediately once you have just passed out, don't say that now I am engineer, now I will have this much job, मला एवढे जर पगार भेटला तर I will work. Don't think so. Initially for 5 years it is very crucial for you. You have to think of all such things, that developing the skill, developing the experience, developing the foresight, taking the good judgment. That is only and only possible by observing your seniors, by observing your higher authorities, by observing your colleagues, by observing the skill of even your labors. So all this you should do this, you should learn this. So everything may not be possible during the class, during the diploma or degree. Some matters always it is there, that is to be learned by experience. So initial 4 to 5 years of your life, once after passing the degree or diploma, are very important. Keep in mind, if you have if you do it, means if you work in reputed organization and do it well with honest, definitely you will develop these skills, and then you will able to estimate the particular project, and your estimation will be more and more exact to that of actual costing of the project, and there will not be any more difference. Difference is always there, but no more difference will be there. More accuracy you will have in your work. Okay, that is what the importance, and you have to go with that. So you need good qualities as an estimator. What are the good qualities, or what are the qualities of estimator needed? So qualities of estimator especially have thorough knowledge of practical experience about the estimation. So normally just by going through the literature, just by going through the lectures, just by going through the theoretical understanding may not be enough sufficient for getting the good estimation, for doing the good estimation. So you must have thorough knowledge, that practical knowledge you should gain, that you should try for experience many times. If you don't get any salary, if you don't get any money as a payment, you just go there for learning purpose. So post we call it as a trainee engineer. It is expected that the engineer must train. So you should get the practical experience, thorough practical experience and knowledge. Go to the workplace for inspecting the project time to time. That is very important. Try to understand the things by keeping your eyes open. Try to understand. Once you see any project, go there. If you don't have any special invitation, or if you are not associated with that, you must have interest in your mind, that you must have the learning ability in your mind. So go there, you interestedly inspect that project, see time to time that project, and try to understand the project. That will get you skill, that will get you experience. Work over there. Money is not matter initially. So work over there, develop a skill. You must have the good imagination. So by observing, by observation, by knowledge, by practical experience, you may develop imagination power, good imagination. So good imagination means, I told you that many times, you must have the imagination, that you have to do many times the isometric view and calculate the length of the wire. So that is required good imagination. Until and unless you don't have the good imagination, your length calculation may be wrong, or your estimation may be wrong. So you may have calculated the wire required, say 300 meters, and actually it requires 500 meters. So such type of difference, if it is coming in your estimation and your actual figures, then you are not good. So your imagination, that is to be sufficient good, and it will get good by experience. Okay, by experimenting particularly. Then you have through and update knowledge, what you have about the prevailing designs, different designs. Yesterday we have discussed many designs regarding the street lights. So go through that, try to think, try to understand the different designs of the street lights. Kutle astil, I am just giving one of the example. Always keep provision of future extension for diversion while estimation. Always provide future extension that is required in many terms. Keep updating your knowledge of price material, and for that you should keep your